What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. For those of you that are new to my channel, I'm Mike Woodings. I do fitness vlogs. For those of you that have already been to my channel, watched my videos, thanks for coming back. So today is January 14th. That means I'm 14 days into my cut that I started on January 1st. So this morning I weighed in at 181.2. I had originally started the whole series off at 185. So I'm down about 4 pounds in total, which is solid. For 2 weeks, that's great progress. My lowest weigh-in that I've hit is 179.8. So I'm up a little bit, but that's because last night I did eat the majority of my macros late at night. So I do what's called flexible dieting. For those of you that watched my last video, I showed how to calculate your macros. If you haven't checked that out, I would go check that out and then come right back here. I'm going to show you guys what I eat in a day to get shredded. So I've got quite a bit of time left. I'm only 2 weeks into the whole thing. I've got about 15 weeks to go. So my macros are pretty high right now. I haven't had to lower them at all from my initial starting point. So I'm eating 203 grams of protein, 285 grams of carbs, and 68 grams of fat. So if you're wondering how I got those numbers, like I said, check out my last video. It explains how to do all that. So this morning I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on my website and just working on getting some trading programs up there, checking on my clients. So if you haven't seen that, it's MikeWoodingsFitness.com. Check it out. So I woke up at about 5:30, guys. I haven't eaten yet. To start the morning off, I'm going to have one of these Power Crunch bars. This is one of my favorite. I wouldn't really consider it a protein bar. It's got 13 grams of fat, 11 carbs, and 13 grams of protein. I want to show you the app that I use to track all my food. It's called MyFitnessPal. This actually wasn't the first app that I started using, but by now I've been using it for a few years. I feel most comfortable with it. There's other apps you can use, but this is my favorite. So I'm going to put a screen recording on the side that way you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, and when you go to MyFitnessPal, it'll all make sense. So I'm going to open up MyFitnessPal. What I'm going to do, so you can see I have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. So you can add the foods. Sometimes I'll just put it all under one. Sometimes I'll keep it organized by actually where I eat it. So I'm going to go to snacks this morning. This isn't going to be my main breakfast. My wife, Laura, and Matthew are still sleeping. They'll wake up in a little bit, and then we'll have breakfast around like 9:30, and then I'll go to the gym to train around like 11:30. So that's going to be like my main breakfast, my pre-workout meal. Right now it's just kind of like a snack to tide me over while I do some work on the computer. So I'm going to go to snacks, click add food. I'm going to go to the barcode. What I'm going to be having this morning is a Power Crunch bar. So this is triple chocolate. This is one of my favorite flavors. So what I'm going to do is actually just pull up the barcode on MyFitnessPal, and then I'll just try and get it in like a good light and scan it. Sometimes you gotta... Okay, so it popped up. Triple chocolate corrected Power Crunch, 1 cookie. So 1 serving, you gotta pay attention to what a serving is. So serving size is 1 cookie, 40 grams. So I'm gonna have the whole thing. So what I'm gonna do is actually, on my servings here, I'm gonna leave it at 1, click the check mark to add the food, and it's gonna go in my snacks. So then I'm also gonna have a 3D, which is an energy drink. It's about 200 milligrams of caffeine. This is the Frost flavor. It's my favorite flavor. Just kind of helps with focus. I really like the Power Crunch bars because it's not like a ton of carbohydrates. It's a good amount of fat. Kind of helps with brain function and just keeping me focused while I'm doing some work like on my website. So what I'm going to do with the 3D, I don't normally track this just because I only drink like 1 a day, and it's very minimal carbs. It's 7 grams of carbs. So as long as I'm consistent with it, if I always don't track it, then as I adjust my macros over the course of my cut, I should be fine. If I'm drinking 2 or 3 a day, then that's about 14 to 21 grams of carbs, and it can really add up. And if you're not paying, if you're drinking this, drinking your pre-workout, drinking your aminos, other things that have carbs in them, but you're not tracking, that really can add up and make a difference. So what I'm going to do is just scan this. So now, guys, I've got both of these added into MyFitnessPal. I'm going to check what my total's at for the day. I'm going to make sure that I'm in the diary screen. So then I've got both of those added. So I can go to click on my food, and you can see there total protein, 13 grams of protein, 16 grams of carbs, and 13 grams of fat. Then I can also see what my goal is for the day. I'm going to fix my protein goal, and then I can see where I'm at, how much I have left. So once I fix my goal, then it'll all be correct. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of work done on the computer, and I'll see you guys at breakfast. It's about 10:30 right now. I'm getting pretty hungry, so I'm gonna eat breakfast right now. Real quick though, I wanted to show you guys what a food scale is. This is a food scale. I'm gonna teach you guys how to use it real quick. So basically, we got this one at Target. It's from a company called OXO. I'll see if I can find a link for it, and I'll put it down in the description. There you guys can get it. This basically just weighs your food. I usually do it in grams, but it also has ounces. So I always weigh everything in grams though. This one actually runs off of AAA batteries. We'd gotten some in the past that ran off of these like circular like C035 batteries, which were super hard to find. So this time we made sure we got one with AAA batteries. That way we always keep those on hand, because I use those for my microphone too. So it makes it easy. That way you never run out of batteries, and you can always weigh your food. Real quick guys, if you're just starting out in your cut, or if you have a lot of weight to lose, you might not necessarily need to weigh your food right now. I'm at the point where like, I'm pretty lean, but I probably don't need to weigh my food, but I just like to out of habit. And later on, as I get like leaner and leaner, I'm definitely gonna need to weigh my food more, because then I need to be like, have my macros like exact. So real quick guys, when you turn it on, you just turn it on, and then like for example, you set your bowl on. Now it's weighing the bowl right now. So we're actually gonna zero it out. So you press this button, and it'll go to 0. So now it's gonna weigh whatever I put in the bowl. So for breakfast, I'm gonna have oatmeal. This is kind of like my standard breakfast. What I'm gonna do is weigh it. I want to get about 50 grams. Cool. So now that I got my oats weighed, I'm gonna just put some water in. This isn't gonna be like a tutorial on how to cook oatmeal. So I'm just gonna cook this up, and then I'll show you guys the next step. Cool. So now we wait 2.5 minutes. Alright guys, we got our oats cooked up. Normally what I would do is mix in some protein powder, but I ran out of my 1-Up powder. It should be coming in the mail today, so I'll show you guys that later. So what I'm going to do instead is just have some of these egg whites, which I'll cook up a little bit later. So right now, guys, I want to show you something with this. Okay, so right now it's weighing basically the bowl and the oats. So I'm going to zero it out. I'm going to throw a little bit of chocolate chips on top. I just like it adds a little bit of flavor. So I do about usually like 10 grams. 12, close enough. Okay. So what I'm going to do is actually zero this out right now. Okay, now I can weigh my next item. I want to get like some fruits in as well. I'm trying to eat like more whole foods, like fruits, vegetables. That way it keeps me full longer, and I get more vitamins and minerals too. Frozen berry medleys, I like these. Sometimes I go with mangoes too, but the berries are a little bit less calories. Alright guys, so that's 99 grams, a little bit over a serving. Or half a serving. So if I want to add something else on top, I can just zero it out and I'm good to go. Next up, I'm going to put some peanut butter on top. Since this is in a container, what makes it a lot easier is basically just putting this on the scale, zeroing it out, and then we're going to weigh basically what we take out of there. So what I'm going to do is scoop out the peanut butter that I want. See how it's a negative number? Negative 25 grams. That's how much I have on the spoon. So basically I'm weighing what I'm taking out of there. So I'm gonna throw that on. Then also what I like to do is throw a little bit of salt on top. This is pink salt. It's really good. I like it. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it too. Then I'm also gonna throw a splash of almond milk on it. This is just unsweetened original, 30 calories. There's one that's 25 calories, but this is like pretty low calorie. Okay, so I know this is a liquid and it doesn't equate to like the same as in grams, but it's such a little amount that I can pretty much put like a quarter of a serving or an eighth of a serving and it'll be fine. Then I'm also gonna do about 5 servings of these egg whites. These are just liquid egg whites, has 5 grams of protein per serving, 0 carbs, 0 fat. Super easy way to get in protein. So I'm gonna cook that up, eat my oatmeal, and then I'll see you guys. Something's leaking. I'll see you guys at the gym. So we just got to the gym. It's called Axiom. They actually don't let me film with the camera here. So the other day I filmed a cool edit with my friend Levi. So I'm gonna actually put that in the place of my workout footage. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I do like to Levi filmed it, but I do like to edit workout videos. So I'm gonna throw that in there, that way you guys can see it, and I'll see you guys after my workout. hope you guys enjoyed that edit. So I'm going to put the links to Levi's pages down below. You guys can check it out. Go give him a follow. For my post-workout meal, it's kind of a combination. We had some leftovers from the other day. I had some chicken, about like 100 grams. Then I had a little bit of pork, like a pork roast that my mom made. Then I had a little bit of sweet potatoes. I was gonna eat a salad, but I ended up getting full from all the other food. I'm gonna put the macros on the screen right here. And then also in the mail, I got a package from 1UP, which is my supplement sponsor. So I got cotton candy. This is a whey concentrate, so the macros are a little bit higher. 2 grams of fat, 5 carb, 25 protein. Later on, as I get like more and more cut, I'm gonna eventually switch to like a whey isolate, because most of them have like 0 fat, maybe like 1 carb, very minimal carb, mainly protein. Then we also picked up a vegan protein. This is vanilla flavor. This one's actually pretty solid macros as well. 2 fat, 4 carb, 24 protein. So this is a lot higher than most vegan proteins and a little bit less carbs. I picked up another pre-workout. So this is the grape bubble gum. I like this pre-workout a lot. I haven't tried this flavor, but I like the mango one. And then I also got these. Oh, so with my lunch, I also had one of these protein bars. So this is s'mores flavor. It's kind of like a Rice Krispie with a chocolate coating on the top and then like little pieces of marshmallows. Super good. My wife even likes it, so that's saying a lot. I just cut this in thirds for my wife and Matthew and myself. So I'm gonna have another piece of this. I just wanted to show you guys what it's like. You can see like Rice Krispies. Here's the chocolate coating and then the little marshmallows on top. So they're kind of small. They're not like really big, but they taste amazing and pretty solid macros. So I'm gonna eat a third of this. So I guess
Where's the cardio?
6, 7 carbs. But basically, yeah, I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit. I'm gonna do some work on the computer, and then we're gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna do my cardio, and then I'm gonna film like a little physique update for you guys. As I just finished up 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, I felt pretty good, and then I just got like a little bit of a pump. I want to show you guys like my physique compared to the beginning on January 1st. Keep in mind I was 185 then. Right now I'm about like 181 this morning.
I paid the piper, paid the rent. I am anything but spent. When everything is gone, they can't take away our songs. I paid the taxes, paid the priest. There is nothing out of reach. It's better than it seems, 'cause love don't cost us.
I'm back at the house now, guys. So I wrapped up my cardio. On the way home, we actually stopped at Dairy Queen and picked up some grilled chicken sandwiches. So I just got done plugging in my macros for the day. It only took about like 2 minutes. So far, I'm at 125 grams of protein, 155 grams of carbs, and 50 grams of fat. So I've done really well. I have a bunch of calories left over, almost like too much. So I have 83 grams of protein left, 137 grams of carbs, which is a ton, 20 grams of fat. So I'm not having egg whites today. Definitely, I've done a lot better at pushing my calories towards later on in the day. Whereas before, in my last cut when I was in Houston, I really struggled. I would like snack throughout the whole day, and then I get to the end of the day and I have like 50 grams of protein. I'd have like 3 carbs and like 0 grams of fat. So then I'd be stuck eating egg whites. So we're no longer eating egg whites at night. So what I did, I wanted to show you guys, if you're busy and you don't have like a lot of time and you have to get fast food, I wanted to show you guys a good option. This is a Dairy Queen, just a grilled chicken sandwich. So basically I just got it with chicken, the bun, and lettuce. Normally it would come with mayonnaise and a tomato. I don't like tomatoes, and the mayonnaise is actually what adds a lot of fat to this. So I went no mayonnaise. So I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna actually log it in MyFitnessPal. What I'm gonna do is go to dinner. I'm gonna type in Dairy Queen, grilled chicken sandwich, no mayo. And then the first option, it has a green check mark. So if it has a green check mark, it means it's verified from the restaurant. 260 calories, 32 grams of carbs, 3.5 fat, 25 protein. Those macros are solid. Usually a grilled chicken sandwich has like 5 to 7, 10 sometimes, 32 grams of carbs, so solid macros. So what I'm gonna do is actually get some sauce. So I always keep a bottle of buffalo sauce on hand. So like I said earlier, 1 gram of carb. I don't even count this. So So I'm gonna have this, instead of getting the mayonnaise, I'm actually just gonna use it. I'm gonna have the salad I couldn't eat earlier, so I'm gonna have that. This is the grilled chicken sandwich. And then I'm also gonna have one of these. It's a refuel from Dairy Gold. It's like the local milk company. So it's chocolate peanut butter, supposedly like a vitamin protein shake. I wouldn't normally drink this, but since I need so many carbs, I'm actually gonna drink it right now. So it's 5 fat, 53 carbs, 17 protein, 27 grams of added sugar. So to finish off my macros, guys, I'm gonna have 50 grams of this Captain Crunch Christmas Crunch. So I'm actually getting kind of sick of Captain Crunch. I've had it every day for the last couple months. And then I'm gonna have a scoop and a half of the 1UP Whey cotton candy. Got that right here. Mixed it up with some almond milk. Then I also put some almond milk on my cereal as well. So that's gonna wrap up my macros for the day, guys. I ended up finishing with 207 grams of protein, 294 carb, and 66 grams of fat. As you could kind of see, today was kind of a random collection of foods, but I wanted to show you a lot of different scenarios, like one where you're scanning the food, another where you're weighing the food, and then tonight where you're getting fast food. There you guys could see kind of different things, how you can make it work, and regardless of your schedule or however busy you are, it's always possible to hit your macros. Like I got pretty close to my macros. I was a little bit over, but I ended up eating a lot of my calories like later on at night. But it worked really well today, and I was able to hit my macros. But since I did eat a lot of my calories late at night, I have a lot of food sitting in my stomach, so I'm not going to weigh myself tomorrow morning because most likely I'll be a little bit higher, even though I hit my macros, and most likely I'm losing body fat. I don't want to like throw off my kind of psyche by having a high weigh-in, when in reality, I'm still making progress toward my goal. So tomorrow I'm just going to go about my day as normal without weighing myself, and then the next day I'll weigh myself. But I want to thank you guys for watching the video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions about like the foods that I eat or how to calculate your macros, tracking your macros, let me know down below and I'll get to you guys as soon as I can. But thank you so much for watching the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video.